right, and welcome in. This is the TCAN Gold Club podcast, episode 9. We are going into week 18 of the NFL season, which means this is the first episode of 2024. And that also means our fantasy season is done, and we are sitting here with our champion and our SackO, Taylor and Nathan, respectively. How are you guys doing? Let's start at the top. Taylor?
I'm doing great, Herman. I'm doing really good. I hope you're doing okay. How to do a health check on you over there?
I'm doing great, man. I think that was the best outcome for the league. I think that was probably the most unanimously approved of champion we've ever had. I don't know if you guys agree. Probably only one person in the league that wanted me to win.
100% agree with you there, Herman. We all wanted Taylor.
Yeah, I think it's going to be whatever it is, 9 months of sad Herman facing everyone in their homes.
I might have to remove you from the shelf.
Well, as the SackO here, I mean, I can sympathize with you now. It's been a long time since I last held this crown, and I promised I never would be here again, and yet some promises are meant to be broken, I suppose.
When was the last time you were SackO?
So according to this, it was 2014, if this can be believed.
I think it's right.
It's been a decade.
Wow.
10 years. A lot has happened in 10 years. I've grown and I've fallen and I've gotten back up and now I've fallen again.
From the shitter and shall you return?
I tell you, my goal as reigning SackO is to bring dignity back to the trophy. It has been a cycle of mediocrity and non-participatory actions by the league members that I will no longer stand for. I shall bring dignity back where it belongs, and that's in the SackO Bowl toilet trophy.
Seems like a direct shot at Herman there.
I felt very targeted, yeah, as we all have my punishment in the background.
Well, that was a good effort, but I'm going to do better.
What are you going to do?
That's to be determined.
So you're not going to be caddying like everyone thought you would be?
I might. It's down
hold on,
to
let's
2.
not get to it yet. We're jumping ahead a little bit. Let's go back to Taylor. Taylor, congratulations. Welcome to the club. You are the 8th different league member, I believe, to win the championship. There's now only 2 remaining virgins. All of us 4 on this pod have won. So
I don't think 8 is correct.
It's 9.
Who's got
it's 9, but we're not counting. I know, but one person's not in the league anymore. It doesn't matter.
Okay.
We'll just subtract however many are left from 10. It's Sam and Andy. Y'all are up next. They're going to be popping out babies next year.
I forgot about something. Hang on. You keep talking. I'll be right back.
Yeah, Taylor, I want to hear a speech. If you don't have one, I can read a prepared statement.
Yeah, I'll let my I think my publicist put it best. So I'll let you share that.
Here's what he said. I don't know. Well, okay. First of all, I want to thank the other teams in the league for making this such a tremendous league. Without them, there wouldn't be teams to beat. I feel for them. I really do. Being complete losers is hard. But today, we can celebrate a true winning team. Unlike others, it wasn't inherited by better drafters. That feels like a shot again. It was a homegrown team built from the ground up with grit and determination to bring this trophy home.
And some baby luck.
I really think that had a huge factor, man. My team fell apart in the very last week. Kicker malpractice, all kinds of crazy stuff that just hadn't happened until I faced you
Excuses.
As a new father.
Sorry. Excuse me.
I beat you. Remember, I beat you earlier in the league in the season too. I was your little kryptonite.
Ooh.
You were the first to beat me. You did have the highest score. Yeah, I was actually pretty scared of you all season. So it was well deserved. It wasn't a fluke. It was a true championship.
Yeah. And to go into, I think I went into the playoffs. I think I lost 4 or 5 starters over the course of those last few weeks, and somehow still was able to put together a winning championship team. And that's just sign of good coaching, good management, superior,
maybe a little
intellect,
negligence
skill.
from some of the other teams in the league.
A little bit shock and awe, and when a champion puts themselves in situation to with the free agency budget to be able to get those players and take advantage of those opportunities, right? So
couldn't agree more. As the only league member to go undefeated versus our current champion over the course of this past year, I feel like it just took a lot of good moves to really, make your mark as the true champion when it comes down to it.
Absolutely. Undoubtedly. But I do want to, this is a little bit of a treat for myself. This is the High West Prisoner's Share. Pretty fancy.
Chug.
Haven't been drinking that much around here lately. It's been a little busy. So
Why is that, Taylor?
just a lot of not sleeping and stress eating. It's hard to squeeze in a drink.
Man.
Diaper changes.
Well, I certainly believe in the philosophy of good juju bringing into fantasy. One good thing begets another. So is true with evil doing. And that is why the fantasy gods blessed you, Taylor, this year.
I think that was a compliment.
But I'll take it. Yeah, I'll take it.
What were the? Oh, he didn't have evil doings. I see.
I'm reading, really listening to the history of India, where Hinduism, Buddhism, many other religions were founded, and learning about the merits and tenets of karma. And I believe that has really personified itself in this league this year.
Interesting. So your consistent praise for Brian is what pushed him over the edge to not lose SackO to you. That's what you're saying.
I think he's confessing to something. He did something horrible to get SackO.
Well, flattery, when not true, is still a lie.
There it is.
And I should really come clean to the league and all the public and say that it's been a mirage, a veil of sorts thrown over your eyes. And none of you have seen through it. But the only reason I've been so nice to Brian is that he has set me up with his sister-in-law, Katie, who is amazing. And it's been a year since that's happened. And I now am confident in keeping Katie without his blessing or opinion otherwise. So from this moment here on, the veil has been dropped and we have returned back to reality.
Okay, I got 2 things there. First off, thank you for shrouding us in the thin veil that is the deception of the true power rankings of the heart that you've been going through all year. Second, you said you feel confident that you aren't going to lose her without him. Is there a certain piece of hardware that accompanies this confidence that I missed out on?
Well, Floody, aren't you presumptuous? These are comments I will not enter upon on this pod, nor at least the next, 20 pods.
That's not a no.
That's 20 weeks from now.
I think Justin should be careful of his glass house.
So Taylor, I just found this in the closet from the 2019 Lake Draft. Focus. Focus. Oh, shit. Hang on. Stupid settings. We can
Turn
fix
off your
this in
blur.
post. Taylor or Herman, just edit this in
You
post.
can't fix blur in post.
Okay. Deblurred. So this was a gift from Bama. Bama created these shirts on the 10th anniversary draft. And I mean, look at this thing. This was quite, and then it's got the whole little front. You see? So are you going to bestow upon us something similar for your draft?
Is this your way of asking for swag
Yeah, pretty
from
much.
your champion?
Yeah, I would like that.
There may be some budgetary discussions around allocating winnings towards swag towards the members of the league. Someone around here has to be a champion people actually appreciate being champion that we haven't had in a while. So yeah, I get back to the people. That's the kind of person I am. You know, I'll come through the streets and hand out turkeys on Thanksgiving Day. We'll see.
Much appreciated. Thank you. If it could be in the form of perhaps a gift related to the SackO punishment, whatever that may be, I wouldn't mind. You know, a club head cover of some sort, or I mean, whatever you want to make. That's fine.
It's very specific. Okay.
Speaking of the draft, have you made a decision? Do we know?
I'm back and forth, man. I'll send out. I was thinking about it, and I'll send out some surveys. I think I'm pro democracy around here. I might not. I do hold the rights to just overrule what you guys vote for, but at least there's a veil of democracy involved. But the weekend's gonna be tough determining the actual weekend. That'll be a big decider. I know some people are traveling. Nathan's traveling with Brian's family-in-law a week leading up to Ireland, and then I know a lot of us are going to be in Ireland, but I don't want to do the draft in Ireland with the wags there. And
Oh,
small children with diaper changes, and I'm not doing a diaper change during draft. That's just a rule. So
I don't think you'd have that option if you didn't have those diapers to change, though.
I had to win one way or the other. So, but we'll figure out. So once we get the weekend sorted out, we'll have some options around that. So it's going to be hard to. It's also hard to ask people if most of us are traveling to Ireland, like the week before, travel somewhere else. I'll get on planes, but we'll sort it out.
I mean, Dublin draft is an alliteration. I feel like that's a given. It's just got to be where it is.
Think of the swag.
Think of the swag,
it's tough.
Taylor.
It would work so well, but I don't know. Let's think about it. Maybe there's a format that works.
If you want it in Dublin, but don't want to travel so far, you could have it in Dublin, Georgia.
Yeah.
And Herman can kill another hog.
That still remains my favorite draft. My phone reminds me of it. You know those little pictures that come up? Like there's me with a hog in your backyard every now and then. All right, so that's the winner. Real quick, here's our lovely trophy. Pop quiz. Do you guys know who our last two? Well, how do we want to do this? I'm just going to say it. So last year was me. The year before that was Justin. 2 years before that, Taylor. We're all right here with Holt sandwiched right in between. So look at us, a bunch of losers.
Wait, is there a trend of had SackO then became champ?
Holt did it. Taylor took a few years. Justin still TBD. We'll see. I don't think so. Doesn't sound like there's a trend. Hey, real quick, there's a dog tag in here. What's this phone number on the back? Is that Nathan's phone number? Nathan, is this your phone number?
I think so.
What is it?
Are you a 912?
Yeah.
245-2604?
Yeah, that's me.
Wait, that was from this draft. Because this was Orlando, and we got that at Disney or something when we were down there.
Oh, so yeah, this is definitely your trophy. Got your phone number to return to owner.
Hey, how am I going to get it? Or is that at the draft? Or the
Or
banquet?
the banquet, which we'll talk about here in a bit as well. I think there's a few moments throughout the year where we like to try to get together.
Yeah, the banquet's the appropriate place.
So Taylor's undecided. What about you? You've got 4 choices. We reviewed them on the last pod for those that aren't familiar. What are you thinking?
Talking about you're asking me for SackO?
Yes.
Well, I'm down to 2. So as a reminder, everybody, the 2 I'm not going to do is the Trump spray tan prior to the draft. I think that's just kind of lame. The other one I'm not going to do is the entry into a U.S. Open qualifier, tennis or golf. I looked into that. It costs, the cheapest I found was $2,500 entry fee. So it's a little pricey.
Yeah,
And the other
especially after you lost 2,500 last year too.
Yeah.
Did they accept $1 bill?
Man, I wish we had the pod for that.
Yeah. So the other 2 choices I'm deciding between are being a Tandy Master style in the inaugural annual TCAN Go Club golf tournament, or for Taylor, or do the which is like a fraternity paddle, except you go to each league member. And in the current format, it's a bit too restrictive. However, Benda has opened up an option I have not yet heard to make it more lenient. So I am open to that and haven't decided based on that.
I want to talk about that. We as a league voted on the punishments as they were stated. Going to one person and changing the requirement of a punishment after it's been selected feels like a big loophole, and you're really skirting the rules on that one.
Now,
Feels like it might hurt your karma.
2 of us had motions to loosen it before even voting. Brian and I both.
Right, and Benda said no to both, and it was his suggestion. I think without doing deals on the side, you just need to be upfront with the league about it. Because, like you said, you don't want to go and change things and then karma comes and now you're a SackO 3-peat.
I think the spirit of the league is what is important here. And I believe that is being maintained in such an arduous journey of getting every member in their home to sign this piece of wood, which I would have to travel with. So I would reel back a few of the words she just stated.
I'm a fan of the cat.
Okay.
I think we would have a great time, Nathan.
Where would we do it? Where would we have the tournament?
We know the answer.
We do?
Dublin?
I mean, Eastlake's right down the street.
It's in Dublin, yeah.
In Dublin. Oh man!
I told Katie about that. Katie's going to be with me, and she said that she didn't really want to golf here in Ireland. But I told her, listen, this is the TCAN Golf Club, and I don't make the rules.
Be cool if we could do like the Thomasville Country Club or something, just throwing out there into the ether. And
I like that. Idea. That's a great idea.
Is that a hint?
I know some people
who will watch this podcast. Country Club?
Or whatever.
Glenarvan Country Club.
The Thomasville area country club.
The Glenarvan Club might have some restrictions on the number of guests you can bring, but I think we did it. Or you can just go ahead and book a couple tea times at St. Andrews.
Herman, are you coming to Dublin?
I think so. Emily's cousin went to Florida State, and he's been talking to us about it for a year, and he wants to plan the whole thing and kind of make it an Emily family trip. So it sounds like almost everybody in the league's going. It'd be kind of weird not to draft while they're right before the season.
Well, the whole league except you went to the draft last year, so that's not really a reason for you not to
go.
Yeah.
We should crowdsource the ideas around this, but it's just like, how do we organize us all escaping our families to go to do the draft procedures?
It's easy. You do the draft the day of the game at the tailgate, and then everybody goes to the game together. and then you make it up to the wives for, you know, not being present at the tailgate by spa day or something the next morning. You know, whatever.
Send him to the spa during the draft.
Well, but he is like a baby.
They have baby spas.
I don't have an answer for that. I don't know.
I don't know. We disappear from our families every year. It's no different.
I don't think it's an issue.
Are you eating again?
I might eat my words on that, but
All right, let's wrap it up. So this is the last official pod for the year. I'm in talks with some fellas about doing a little bit of an award show. Not sure if we're going to do a pod or save that until the banquet. Make it a two-part pod or something. So be on the lookout for that, and submit any nominations that you might have. I think what we're thinking is do the nominations over the pod and then reveal the winners at the banquet. Probably sounds like the most fun way to do it. Let me know if you guys got any ideas.
have we set a date for the banquet?
Not yet. It's traditionally been in March. The first one we did was, I think Binda and I had the same birthday, right? It was that weekend because I did it my birthday. And then I don't know when y'all did it last year. April? March?
I think it's May.
May?
Was it
Sometime in the spring. I'll be in the Southeast the month of March, so that would be the most convenient.
Yeah, well, let's do it then.
May 20th, 2023, March 2nd, 2019.
There you go. All right, guys. This has been a really fun season. Yeah, go ahead, Taylor. What's your last words?
Nothing. I was gonna ask who's hosting the banquet and the details there, but we'll sort that out, I guess, after the fact. It's fine.
Probably you, right? The winner?
That's what I thought. I didn't know if people were just assuming that, but
I am.
I certainly can. Yeah.
It's a chance choice.
So that's
Okay.
not how the banquet started. The banquet started because the book made money on everyone, and the book felt bad and bought a keg for everyone. And then it was at the book's house.
Did I
And
also
then
win?
You just did it again the next year, and you combined it with that water slide thing. And then we had the pause because COVID and everything. And then Brian pulled it back up and did it because he lived in Atlanta, wanted to host and won. And he also wanted a reason to get cash money.
It was also funded by gambling. It's usually funded by gambling money.
Yeah. So that's like the history of the banquet.
Thank you, league historian.
You're welcome.
All right, guys. Yeah, it was so fun last time. I'll tell this quick story. We're all on here. Sorry, Taylor. I stood you up. But we had a great time, had our hats, had our drinks. But it's really dry in Colorado. I don't know if you guys know that because, people think of it as snow. Super dry out here. I was watering my trees, and I was watering the one 2 feet from my house, nice blue spruce that we decorate for Christmas. And in my old age, I set my stopwatch instead of my timer. And I had so much fun with you guys that I just completely forgot that was something I was doing until I went in my basement to work out the next morning, and it was completely flooded. So I flooded my own basement with water that I paid for the week before Christmas. And my poor wife had to learn to use like a carpet kicker and just water remediation because I was working. But these are the things I do for you guys because I love this league and this pod so much.
I can't believe you flooded your house.
Yeah, it was bad. It was really bad.
How did it get in? Did it see through the wall, through the basement?
We have those recessed windows here in Colorado, and it was just pouring in through the recessed window because there was one a few feet from the tree, and it was, yeah.
So did you buy a bunch of leak detection systems now? Put them in the basement?
No, the sad part is that that's like the third time it's happened this year. It happens all the time. It's usually just from natural causes. This one especially hurt because it was my own doing, and I haven't seen the water bill yet, so it'll hurt even more soon.
Ooh, damn. Well, it would have helped, I guess, if you won the league then, and you could have paid the water bill with that. Instead, Taylor will just go drink some more whiskey.
Yep. Shout out Taylor. Congrats, man. Congrats again. Welcome to the club.
Guys.
I'm happy for you. I truly am. Couldn't have happened to a better guy.
Welcome
Thank
to
you.
the club.
Agreed. Champion.
Feels good.
Cheers, everybody.
Cheers.